again to another live here at the page of Spoken Learning. I am Miss Sharon, and I am here bringing you some tips for you to work with your Spanish. Okay. So, before we start, please remember that here at Spoken Learning, we provide private lessons, okay, to everyone who wants to learn Spanish. So, if you want to learn Spanish, you want to get better at it, you want your children to learn it, please call or text 832-413-3166 in order to schedule a private lesson with us, okay? And as you can see on today's topic, I am bringing you something that is sometimes very confusing, some other times very interesting, depending on how do you see it. And I am bringing you today three pairs of confusing words in Spanish because we all know that Spanish can be difficult sometimes and we have a lot of things that can be complicated sometimes, but it's not. So I am teaching you how to use them, and yeah, I am giving you some tips. Okay, so let's start. So, tres pares de palabras confusas en español. Okay. So, as I said before, sometimes we have a lot of words that can be very confusing when it comes to how to use it, when to use them. So, yeah, I hope this can be helpful for you if you're learning Spanish. Okay, the first verb would be conocer and saber. If we look at the translation of this one, it is to know, okay, just to know. And you would say, okay, but when do I use conocer and when do I use saber? We can have like a translation depending on when we are using it, okay? Most of these words or this set of words can be used depending on some specific situation. So for example, in here, if we want to use saber as to know, we can use it when we're talking about a specific fact or detail, okay? For example, ¿sabes cuándo vas a llegar? Do you know what time you arrive? Or you can also say, ¿sabes cuándo nace el bebé? Do you know when the baby is born? You know, when you do that, those kind of questions is when you can use saber as just to get to know something, a fact or something. And then we can use conocer whenever we're trying to be familiar with something. For example, no conozco nada de la política de la India. No conozco, I don't know it, I am not familiar with. Or for example, no te conozco, I don't know you, okay? I am not familiar with you. The second pair would be ver and mirar. I think this one is easier, but the general translation would be to look or to look at. Okay, so you can translate actually mirar, or you can see mirar as looked when we are like, you know, when you look something, when you pay attention to it or something like that. And then you can translate look also as see, like we're not like really paying attention, we're not really doing anything with it, we're just seeing it, okay? So the first example would be, Lucia me miró asombrada, she looked at me astonished, okay? So she's like paying attention to you when she's doing that. And then we can think as ver así, okay? So siempre veo a Jorge en la universidad, I always see him. I mean, you're not talking about a direct contact with it. You're just saying that you just see it, okay? So one can be looked at and the other one can be see. Then our last pair for today would be próximo and siguiente. The translation is next. So we can translate it also in two ways. Remember that these kind of words are used especially in are used in some specific situations, okay? So for example, you can say Marta vendrá el próximo jueves. You're using próximo as next, but when you're talking about time, okay? Vendrá, okay? So el próximo, yeah, so you're talking about the future, you're talking about a time in the thing you're talking about, okay? And then you can use siguiente as the next one, but not like as a situation or a time in the future, but most like a thing that's coming, or like a second chance. Okay, when you're talking about, for example, plan B, plan C, you have one plan and then you have another one. You have el siguiente plan. If one plan doesn't work out, you can go to the next one, el siguiente. Okay? So, Joaquín suspendió su primer examen, pero aprobó el siguiente. That's what I was saying. Joaquin failed his first exam, but he passed the next one. So you're talking about something that has another option. Okay, so whenever we have options, we use siguiente. And whenever we're talking about time, you use próxima. Okay, so that will be it for today. I know this was super short, but I hope that this was very useful for you. Okay, so please don't forget that here in Spoken Learning, we provide private lessons and we teach children and adults starting 3 years old and up. So if you want to learn Spanish or get better at it, you can just call or text 832-413-3166 in order to schedule a private lesson. Okay, I hope this was useful. And whenever you're needing to get better at your Spanish, or you just want to practice, or you just want a list of a lot of words that can be misunderstood or confusing in Spanish, you can book a lesson with us and we'll help you get better at Spanish. So that will be it for today. See you